Yeah? The Australian government's looking at me right now, that someone's researching this and going, I don't think he was looking for jobs during that time. He owes us quite a lot of money. Yeah, I can pay it now. In that moment, I was not prepared. I did not have all the tools. I wasn't feeling cool enough. I wasn't alpha enough. I didn't have the right shoes or whatever else. I had been preparing in the sense that I'd made a decision I wanted to be better with women. I was out there doing it with friendly fives and nice sevens and arty chicks and girls that I could handle. And then suddenly next level appeared. And I became ready by doing it. In that moment, I changed that behaviour of not being able to do this, or this girl was too good for me, or whatever else. That was the moment where I had an evolution. And you look at Zen Buddhists, because this is the traditions that I come from in terms of my spirituality. They're constantly striving through daily practice to reach instantaneous breakthroughs. Yeah, in terms of seeing the nature of reality. And that's what you guys are doing when you're learning seduction. You are taking daily action. You're going out there, you're going through the motions, you're going doing approaches and so on, but the breakthroughs will come with one girl in one moment, or one time when you felt that rush, all that weirdness, all this anxiety, all this doubt, who am I, I'm not good enough, all that stuff, and you breathe through it, you breathe out, and you step in and you do it anyway, and suddenly find you are worthy, you are good enough. There's supposed to be a thing there that says how much time I have. Someone took it away. Okay. So, one last story. Once again, I was on Eurotour a couple of years ago. I was on this island paradise called Hvar off the Croatian coast. And I was walking in the dappled sunlight through an olive grove with a couple of students. And I was wearing my Daniel Craig swimming suit, which looks much better on him than on me, with my skinny white body and my hairy chest. And my students were equally well endowed with the gifts of nature. And we were strolling through the dappled sunlight across slightly pebbly ground, across this island, and there was this outdoor cafe, and all these beautiful people, Croatian couples, were sitting around sipping espressos. And I said to my student, see that over there? And he looked in the direction and he went, see what? And I said, the most beautiful woman on the planet. And he went, oh, yeah, right. Like he's trying to avoid the fact that in the middle of this and well away from everyone else is the most beautiful woman on the planet. Obviously a Russian. She's wearing this gold bikini, that has little bits of gold that go over these amazing breasts and this perfect body, and she's dripping with gold and wearing Gucci sunnies and whatever else. And she's wearing high heels, what the fuck? And she's sitting there by herself, sipping a coffee, and so I draw my attention to this, because the student knows, he's like, I don't see that, because he knows, oh fuck, he's going to make me talk to her. So I'll just pretend suddenly, fight, flight, and denial. Yeah. I'm like, okay, so do I need to finish this sentence? And he's like, man, I think I need to kind of warm up. I'm like, most beautiful woman on the planet. So he goes over, and you have this moment as a coach, you can't help it, where you see your student going in and you go to a set like that, you just can't help it. Because it's tense, right? Especially when you've got a microphone on, you're listening, you can hear them breathing, and you can hear them talking to themselves. That's the freakiest thing. Like, okay, you do this, you do this. Like, dude, I can hear you. And then they go, and then they have to go and take a piss, and then you take the headphones out. It's a weird existence that we dating coaches live in. And so he strides up to this girl, and I see him lean over and put his hand on the table and go, and this girl just looks up and withers at him and opens her mouth like this to deliver one withering word probably. And I see him sort of there tentatively, and then he just backs off and he just walks back and comes back to me, and I just give him a little hug. Right. And he says, man, she was really not very nice. She was really nice. That was really bad. I don't want to do that. No, it was horrible. I'm like, all right, cool, stop. And then we do our little meditation thing there. So all of us, standing in the middle of this thing looking like weirdos. And I tell him to close. It's like with some gay tryst is happening here. I'm like, just close your eyes and think about it. And he does his breathing exercise and he comes back to center and we're okay. He opens his eyes and I said, That was really good. You know, that you did that. You've taken a step that most men would never do. I'm proud of you. Now, when you go in again, and he's like, thanks for the lesson. I'm not going to do that again. I don't like, that was enough for me today. I'm like, all right, my turn, watch. And so I'm walking over.